Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the latest video slash stream. It is Sunday, just after 1:30. Sorry I'm a bit late starting. I was trying to research some of the stuff I picked up for you guys before I started the video. I didn't get through all of it, but hey ho, we'll work with what we have. So hopefully you guys are all well on this Sunday. Hopefully the stream looks okay as well, so if you guys that are in the chat you could let me know, that'd be great. I'll say hi to Lucy, Fabian, Deal City and John B. Hi guys, hopefully everything is looking good. Dylan says hi from Belfast. Hi Dylan. Claire, hi Claire, how are you? As you can tell from the title, went to the car boot today and I wasn't gonna go. Beck made me go. Peter Ray says hi Claire. Welsh Wonder says hi. Jay and Cam says hi, both of us watching from our apartment in Manila in the Philippines. Hi Jay. By the way, I did read your message, I just haven't gotten around to replying to all the messages yet. But yeah, it's a bit quiet. I'll tell you why it's quiet. Oh god, what a muppet. There we go. It'll probably be better now. God, thank you for pointing out that it's a bit quiet. I forgot. I forgot that my microphone needs to be near my face. So thank you for reminding me, guys. Wow, what a professional start, man. I always manage to do things like this. Hopefully the sound is good now. Right. There we go. Hopefully that sounds better, guys. Oh gosh. But yeah, I wasn't even like, I woke up to go to the car boot this morning, but didn't actually end up wanting to go. I woke up and I didn't want to go, but Beck thankfully forced the issue. She was like, well, if we've woken up, we then have to we have to make the most of it, right? So she forced the issue and I'm really glad that she did, because we ended up getting some cool stuff. So yes, thanks to everyone else that's popped in. Donna Thrifts, Welsh Wonders, John Clissold, I say Peter Cummins as well, Yorkshire Reseller, Aaron, Daniel says we would love to see what PS1 you got as I collect them. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be selling these straight away, by the way, guys. I'm considering keeping hold of them for a while, like an investment or something. Perhaps do a chat in form of mime. Hey Steve, hi Shazad. Yeah, so anyway, thankfully Beck forced the issue, and we went to the car boot and ended up doing okay. And then right as I was about to leave, ended up spending like another 400 quid. So we'll get into that. So in total we spent 460 odd pounds today, which is a lot for a car boot, especially when you weren't considering like even going. So it was just like, okay, yeah, I have to share this haul. I have to share it. Brush your hair, says Dave. Hi Dave. Yeah, I can't be doing that, brushing hair and whatnot. It is what it is. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to the haul. There's quite a few items that I want to share with you guys. We'll start off from well, the first thing I can show you. There is actually something else I'd like to show, but I can't because my daughter's got it. I bought her a keyboard, a Yamaha keyboard, for £3. But like it's worth like 30, but we bought it for her, so she's keeping that. So I haven't got that to show you, unfortunately. So I'm going to move on, and we're going to start with all the other bits and pieces that I've picked up. Right. Looking around, most of it was actually from one guy, which is really crazy. But there we go. We'll start off. There was a lady at stall that had a PSP, and she had a Nintendo Wii U gamepad, and she was asking £25 for both. I offered 20 and she accepted. Now Wii U gamepads are a good pickup in their own right because they fetch decent money. And the thing is, one thing I want to point out is when you're buying stuff, it's always worth looking at the entire entire kind of market, like entire breakdown costs of what you could potentially get, like, you know, what you could potentially split things into. So it's definitely worth doing that. You know, you don't just look at what's in front of you, also look at what you potentially can make by if you were to take the effort to split items down. So I paid her £20 for the gamepad, the PSP, and it came with the cradle, and it came with the charging unit as well. Okay, so 20 quid. Now I can show you guys that the I can show you guys that the you know, the alone, the gamepad alone could be, let me have a look, the gamepad alone, I've tested it, it does work, can sell for 70 quid. There's a couple of sellers that sell them in big amounts, so I'm guessing what they do is they buy Wii U secondhand, split them down and sell them, and it's a very good thing to do because, like I said, just for the gamepad alone, it does have the stylus, I think. If it doesn't, I'm not really that bothered. I can't remember where the stylus on these things goes. Does it have a stylus? I can't tell where the stylus on this goes. I don't know if it's meant to have one or not. But anyway, I can't see the slot that it would go into. Damn it. Okay. Oh, no, there is the slot. It's missing the stylus, but I don't think that matters. You can get styluses cheap. But you can sell that for 70 quid. So that's a pretty good pickup. Peter says... oh, I got a Yamaha keyboard for £3, but it's for one of my boys. He loves it. That's it, Peter. I mean, it was the same thing with my daughter. She's really wanting a keyboard for a while, so to get one for 3 quid, and it's worth like 30, quite happy. But then there we go. That's the gamepad. That's the first thing I got. Now the interesting thing is, this unit here, this is the power supply for the gamepad as well. The power supply is worth money as well. So if you find, you know, if you decided to buy a Wii U and just split it down, you can actually do okay with it. And what I'll do again, I'll show you what the sale prices are. So you can see this guy somehow got 32 quid for a gamepad charger and an adapter bar, but that's like an outlier price, £32. If you look, people are getting £16, 13, 15, 18 pounds, 17.50, 19 pounds, 19 pounds. So, you know, 19 pounds is not a bad price for just that. So, I picked up the whole lot there for 20 quid. And I'm going to get a £70 sale, hopefully, or a £60 sale for the gamepad. I'm going to get about around 20 or 18, 19 pounds for the power supply. So, and you can also get, even for the cradle, even just for the cradle, you can get like a tenner including shipping. So after all the fees, you're probably only going to make like a £5 out of it, but that's a £5 out of the 20 quid that I've spent to buy the whole lot. It reduces the cost and makes the other items that much more profitable, right? So definitely a nice pickup. So that was for 20 quid. And also a PSP. I've not had a chance to test it. It looks like it could be okay. So we'll see. On this one, I can't really be certain. It did come with Wolf Creek UMD inside it, but I can't unfortunately be certain whether this works or not. It has a battery, but it's missing one of the battery covers, and there's no charger for me to test the PSP. But that all came for 20 quid. Now, like I said, the gamepad works. There it is. It's actually powered on now. Gamepad there. That's going to get me, 60, 70 quid, about 18 quid for the adapter, tenner for sale for the cradle, and then whatever that gets me is going to be pure profit. So really happy with that item. So let's just go into the chat, see if there's anything else. I never know whether to sell Wii's as a bundle with the console and controllers or split them down, says Peter Cummins. I don't know, but I'd say when it comes to Wii U, I think Wii U's look like they're quite profitable by splitting them down. So yes, I would say that's pretty cool. Sam says, I've just picked up a Hitachi CED video disc player. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. if it works, you've got something that's very valuable there, Sam. You should be able to get good money for it. If it works, you should be able to buy CED disc like movies. Some of them are pretty cheap on eBay, but depends on how they've been stored, because they're basically like, it's like movies recorded on vinyl basically. It's what it is. So don't expect amazing picture quality or anything. But if it works, which I don't know how likely that would be, given how delicate they are and intricate they are as machines, then I don't know. Welsh Wonder says people buy PSPs to hack them or brutalize them with Raspberry Pi to make a retro playable handheld. Okay, Welsh Wonders. So there'll be value in it even if it's faulty. Black Wii U gamepad is from the more sought after Pro Edition. Okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But that's pretty cool. Moving on to probably what my worst pickup of the day is. I picked up this David Walliams book collection on CD. Paid £3 for it. Probably worth a tenner on eBay, so I'll make my money back, but you know, for some hassle, so not the best. I mean, I will look on Amazon to see whether I can get more for it on Amazon, and if I can sell it, that is. But if I can, then I will send it to Amazon, because I mean, no doubt it'll be worth more on Amazon. Having a quick look, yeah, I can sell it. Okay, cool, I can sell that. Audio CD from 1518. Yeah, even on Amazon they're not like worth they're not worth much. You're talking from 1518, but that's not any Prime sellers though. Ah, cool. So I should be able to send that in via Prime and sell it, because it's got a good rank and it's selling very regularly. It's actually really high up with your ranking. So the £15.18 from £15.18 new seller fulfilled. Well, that's one of them selling for 15. Everyone else is at 32. So there's one guy selling at £15 plus shipping, and then the next sellers are all at 32. Let me just show you guys. So this is new though. So mine is going to be used, but it's going to be sent in by FBA. There's no used. I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure I can sell it. I just saw it. Yeah, it says sell yours, new collectible in used conditions. So I'll definitely be sending that into Amazon. So suddenly that's not a bad pickup. Paid £3. So that'll do. That'll do. Yeah, happy with that now. I've just turned that from being my worst pickup to a good pickup. I'm happy. That'll do. Dear God, what did you buy? Says DBG. Hey, how are you? Ian Jeffrey says hi as well. Hi, Ian. I've got around 20 discs, says Sam. Oh, fantastic. So you'll be able to test it, no problem. Yeah, Z, look up handheld retro Pi. No worries, Welsh Wonders. I'll look at that. Hopefully it'll work. I've had good luck with PSPs, so. But yeah, that's not a bad pickup then, guys. Oh no, if you're selling it on Amazon, if you're allowed to sell it on Amazon, well, which thankfully I am, after reading and hearing about so many people being blocked from all kinds of media, I wasn't expecting to be able to sell it on Amazon, but now I can breathe easily. So that is a 3 to you know, potentially £20, £30, I guess. Now we will get onto the games, but obviously I'm saving them up because they're like my best, or like my most expensive buy. I don't know if they're the best buy by a long way yet. Right, moving on, guys, moving on. Now the rest of the stuff, yeah. Okay, it's just double checking. Yeah, the rest of the stuff I'm about to show you was purchased from one stall. So that includes the video games that I'm going to share with you. Now, the first time I went around, I didn't even know the guy had video games. He just had a bunch of cool stuff. There was a crowd. So I just did what I could, picked up what I could, and I thought I did okay, actually. The first thing I picked up from this guy was this camera. It's an Olympus Trip 35. Really good camera to pick up if you see it, especially at car boot sale prices. You're not going to pay much money for them at a car boot in most cases. Obviously you are going to find the odd seller that's going to ask a significant money. but I'm pretty pleased to have picked this up. He only wanted £3 for it, and the cool thing is, because it's like a mechanical camera, it's really easy to test. There is actually film in this as well, so you can hear the shutter works fine. You can look through the viewfinder, see if it's clean or not. You can change all the modes. You can just, you know, do your thing with it. Change all the bits and pieces. You can change the the f number. There you go. The aperture. You can change the aperture, and it's got some preset things as well. So it's just a fixed lens. Works really well. There's a tiny latch on the side which you pull to open the back up, but it's a mechanical camera, so then it's good, and it was only £3. Now moving to what it sells for, let me just show you guys. Hey Mass, I hope you appreciate I got up early to watch you live. Wow, I really do appreciate it. I think that's very humbling to hear. I wouldn't expect you to get up early to watch live or at all, so I appreciate it. Let's move on to the sold prices. You can see the first one sold there for £25 plus shipping, and that's at an auction, right? There, someone else achieved £40 buy it now plus shipping. So, you know, there's another one at 40, one bid. The auction started there. A refurbished for 65 with some film, so that's quite a good price. But I'd be happy if I got 40 plus shipping. I think that's a pretty nice little flip. So I reckon I'll be able to achieve £40 for this camera. So you can see, really rugged. It's called an Olympus Trip 35. Now the beauty of this is this was just sat on the table. No one was really that interested in it. Everyone was rifling through. This guy had some cool model kits and things like that, like you know, like vintagey kind of Star Wars and model, yeah, like he had like a GoldenEye model kit where you paint it and all that jazz, and he had some Star Wars toys, but not like Episode 1 type stuff. But yeah, this was brilliant. Just check the red flag for the automatic setting is working. That's a good point. I will have a look at that when I get a chance. I'm pretty sure it will be. Like a red flag should pop up, should it? I can see stuff. I'm gonna have to test that out. I'm gonna have to look up how to even do that. But thank you for pointing that out, Yorkshire Reseller. Like, by the way, guys, Yorkshire Reseller in the chat is always worth asking questions if he wants to answer them. His camera knowledge is insane. I believe he's actually the guy that actually mentioned the Mewtwo first on YouTube as well back in the day. So definitely, and the Yashica T4 and things like that. So what was in the reselling community in the UK. Welsh Wonder says, got a server for free this weekend, going to have to go through all the aggro of testing and reloading, but will end up being a good flip if all working, says Welsh Wonders. Yeah, if you know how to test for those things, fantastic. So that was cool. The next thing I picked up from the guy was this. It's a Yashica lens. Now this lens I paid £10 for, so I did actually have to pay a bit of money. I don't like saying paid up £10. Do you know what I mean? It's like £10. I paid a tenner for it. It's not a ton of money. But yes, this lens, it had both its lens cap covers, original ones. You've got the Yashica logo there, and this is the ARGHHHHHH wide angle, which I've had a look at and I believe I will do just fine with. So it comes in this amazingly cool leather case. Just look at that, really nice leather case. Inside it's just nice, really. And you get the Yashica lens, and then you get this little wide angle viewer as well. And we should be able to get decent money for this as well. You can see some sold prices here. Yashica lens, someone there got 30 plus £5 shipping, someone there got 40 at auction, 40 buy it now, 40, well, this guy's obviously selling lots of them, hopefully, at 40. So that guy didn't get much for his, he only asked for 15, but £40 should be achievable on it. So I'd be pretty happy with that. So that was a tenner that should sell into 40. Nice compact item, and hopefully it's in demand as well. So, you know, pretty pleased with those. It goes in nicely in my little case there. So those two were really good pickups. Now, also when I was at this guy's stall, I spotted this box, and immediately I was obviously intrigued, because anything that's vintage and Sony, I love it. I think it tends to have good value. This is an electronic book player from Sony. Well, I went to pick it up, unfortunately it was empty, and you know, it was one of those moments where I was a bit down. I mean, it does have its inserts. It's got its inserts and things like that. And the thing is, I just asked, you don't happen to actually have the machines, do you? And he's like, well, yeah, I don't know if they're working or not, which in boot cell speak means they're not working. And I've tested these machines and they're not working from what I can tell. And he was like, oh, but they should be in there. And he asked me £10 for the whole lot, which I thought was steep, but I liked what I'd picked up from him, and so I just went for it. So for £10 I got obviously this lovely old box, but the cool thing is I got these earphones with it. Now, vintage Sony earphones can be worth good money, guys, even though the rubber on these has perished. You can see, look, if I show you, the rubber has got that kind of chalky look to it, where through age it has just perished. But these earphones are old, because obviously they're from the 90s, because these were like ones that came in the box with this old Sony electronic book player. So that's something you got to bear in mind. So again, it comes back down to, when you're looking at a deal, try to quickly think about you know, whether there's money breaking it down as well. You know, how much value can you potentially get for something like that, because you just don't know. Now I'm going to give you an example of what you can achieve on earphones, used earphones as well, guys. These are, I'm going to show you some used earphones. Let me just show you. Oh god, it's always the way, you always struggle. Let me just go over here. Here's an example of someone selling some used, they're not new, are they? They're used, unboxed, 10 available. They're used. I mean, that's a terrible photo as well. But these earphones are vintage earphones. They're good ones. Fontopia MDR E708. 40 quid one has sold for. But that's not just it. Look, these ones here, 15 quid. You know, some people undersell them because they don't look very valuable, but you can get good money, and I've sold them myself recently. You can get 20 to 30 quid for some of these, some of them a lot more even. Look, that one there went for 21.57 at auction. You know, definitely, you can definitely get really good money for used earphones. Again, this is new, but there's no box. It doesn't look new to me, because normally a new pair of earphones from Sony would have come with a wire wrap. These, I'm sure, have been used. They're not new anyway. They're good photos, but at auction 21.57 plus shipping. I reckon I should be able to get 20 odd quid if I wait long enough for these earphones, because they're vintage. There's a collector's market for them. You know, it might even be someone looking to complete, like they might have a working box, one of these, and they just want the original earphones that would have come with it, you know. So that's it. So I paid £10 for that, and I got the machines as well. These are cool. These are the original Kindle, guys. Am I having deja vu? I'm sure I've seen you sell some before, says Flipping Fantastic Finds. Yes, I have sold 90s earphones before. FFF I have, and that's why I was confident when for £10. And these are faulty. I bought them expecting them to be faulty. They are faulty. One of them actually has a smashed screen. Yeah, that one's got a smashed screen, you can see, but it'll still be useful to someone for parts or repair. And these are like the original Kindles, basically. These were like ebooks. And I've got a couple of discs that came with them. This is the Thompson Electronic Directory. So basically the Thompson phone book, and inside here is like a 3 centimeter disc. I don't want to kind of damage it, but there's a 3cm disc inside there, and I also got the electronic timeout. So this was the original Kindle. Really cool. So for a tenner, I'm really happy with that. Okay. Sure, we'll. Okay. Karen's saying something. Sure, we'll get them tomorrow. Christmas market at Castle. So traffic is a mess. I wasn't going into town. Okay. Could you fix them? Says Peter. Ooh. Enthralling reads. Yeah, they're not the best titles, but there's software available that allows you to burn your own books and you know, do that. People do it, they're collectors, but I don't know if I could fix them. I don't know if I'd want to. I mean, I've seen people take one apart on YouTube. I've seen a guy take one apart and he fixed an audio issue. Personally, I'm like, I paid a tenner. I think I'll do just okay just selling them on for faulty, for spares or repair. Unfortunately, they're not worth as much as I thought they would be. I thought they'd be worth more, even for spares. But you know, it is what it is. Let me just show you guys. Even when they're working, they're not worth a ton of money. But I'll give you guys an example. This guy got £15 plus shipping for his. Transition. Okay, so this guy sold his for £15 plus shipping for parts not working, and he had the Oxford Concise Dictionary with his. Oh wow, his is working. Why does he say it was for spares or repair? Selling for parts or repair, good condition. I've no idea how it works. It seems to work, but sometimes the screen goes blank. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so his was actually working. It's because I put in DD, double D, 10AX, so we're getting some other things popping up. Let's just move back. But anyway, I think I'll be able to fix. I don't know if I'll be able to fix them. I'm just gonna get rid of them, and sell them. You know, I might be able to get 20-30 quid or something. Turn shutter to A, wind on to take the photo. Place hand over the lens. Okay. Turn the shutter to A. Wind on to take photo, place hand over lens and hold the light sensor and press shutter. If working, it won't fire, and a red flag should pop up to let you know. Okay, so well, that fired, but you can see my hand. You can see my hand there. Okay, hold on. Is that, I'm guessing that's the light sensor. Oh no, I think it's just, I can't see a red flag coming up, so maybe it's faulty. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. If it does fire, it means the light sensor is damaged, but can still sell for a spare as people refurbish them. Yeah, it still fires, so I'm guessing that doesn't. That's a good tip to know, though. Yeah, it just still fires. Oh. That's a shame. I'm a bit gutted about that, but still, I'll get something from it. So that's that. Now, oh yeah. Also, I got the power supply for those ebook things as well. Again, rare power supply can probably go for some money, but I'll probably just bundle it all as a spares or repair bundle for someone that wants it and ask for like 20-30 quid, and then sell the earphones separately and make some money that way. So a bit disappointed that these weren't worth as much as I thought they would have been. I thought they'd be worth a lot more. Anyway, after then going around and looking around again, I went past this guy's stall again because I liked the stuff that he had, with the vintage camera and the e-reader thing, and then like I heard him speaking to someone about games, like vintage games, like he'd arranged for someone to have a look at these games. They weren't on display even; they were like in his car, you know, like that kind of thing. And I asked, I said, I heard you guys talking about games, and he's like, oh yeah, we do, but they're not cheap, they're expensive, they're like sealed games. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll still have a look, you know, I'm always open for a deal. And I'll show you some of the stuff I picked up, guys. Hi Ash, how are you? Bianca's in the chat as well. Hi Bianca. so I'm gonna go into some of these video games, I guess. We'll start off with the most recent kind of purchase that I've made. From now I paid basically everything I'm about to show you now. That was the majority of the spend. I spent 400 quid. Now I'm not 100% certain I'm gonna be selling any of this yet. I'm kind of like, I'm not sure yet. I think I'm probably gonna just keep hold of it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up keeping hold of it, because the way I see it is a lot of this stuff, it's done now. I might sell like the PS2 title. I've got a PS2 title, but all the PS1 stuff and the N64 and I'm probably going to end up keeping for a while, because they're just going to accrue value. They're not going to lose value. So let's start off with the kind of PS2 game. The first thing I picked up was Suikoden 4 for the PS2. The key is this is sealed, so I don't know if you can see the Sony seal is there. Ooh. Sorry about the glare on it, but yeah, sealed, really good condition all around. The seal is all there. So basically I paid 400 quid for everything I'm about to show you. This game, I don't know what it's worth, but there's someone trying to sell it. Like an Italian seller's trying to sell his, and he's struggling to get 53 euros for it, so like 47 odd quid. So yeah, I mean, he's only got one photo. He does ship worldwide as well. Big seller, 38,000 feedback he's got. But yeah, this is like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, nothing amazing there, but still. One stop away from Hoarder Town, says Nick. No, I'm not a hoarder. I'm really not. I think this is different. This is not hoarding. This is just more of a, it's like an investment opportunity, I suppose. It's like, this is, you know, like the current generation of people out there, this is their, this is the kind of collectible. This is like, you know, what they want. You know, people want this stuff more than they want silver or gold. I mean, you know, well, currently anyway. Did you ask him why he was selling? He is he told me he was on GGG on Facebook, and things like that, and he was he was like just getting rid of duplicates and things like that, really. But I personally see them as just hold on, because I mean the PS2 one not so much, because PS2 was obviously much more is like much more kind of like produced. I would price them extremely high, says Shazad. I'm messing, says Nick. Yeah, I know you are, but still. No, I'm not Mr. Big Bucks. Flipping Fantastic Finds, far from it. I'm like micro bucks here, honestly. But anyway, this guy, that's the first one I wanted to show you. And then we can get on to the Dreamcast stuff. Again, this one is a bit more difficult to fully get, but this is Samba de Amigo on the Dreamcast, but it's NTSC, as you can see. Like, no, you can't. NTSC. This is the American NTSCU. This is the American version of it. I've not been able to successfully see anyone selling this. At the moment, we're looking. There's a seller trying to get 75 for his. A Japanese one went for 25. But obviously completely different markets, completely different numbers made for each, so the value can wildly vary. But you know, it is in there. It is cool. It is sealed. You know, pretty cool. I liked it. Dreamcast was one of my more favorite consoles, but it was pretty cool, so I got that. And then I got the Cha Amigo maracas as well. Now the box isn't in the best of condition, but this is open. I think I can. So you can see they are in amazing condition. These aren't, again, this is not like the Samba de Amigo. This is Cha Amigo. These are like the maracas for the Dreamcast. Box isn't terrible, but it's not amazing either. Something like that. Let me have a look. I mean, he only charged me, I think he was charging me like 20 quid for these. Let me just go and have a look. That's the kind of value they're at the moment. New other £99 best offer. Let's just go to solds. Okay, someone got 50 quid for used ones. 40, 30, nothing amazing, but still pretty cool item, I would say. Yeah, no, but these aren't. There's a Chacha. These aren't like Samba de Amigo. This is different. And now we're going to start getting on to the PS2 games. So the PS2 games are, sorry, PS1 games. So I'll show you some PS1 games now as well. This is quite cool. This is like a 2 games in 1 deal thing that Sony were doing. You get Wipeout 3 and Destruction Derby 2. So it's like a, you know, special edition, whatever, you know, like 2 games in 1. Again, it's got the proper PlayStation seal on it, which is cool. And let's have a look. What could I get for something like this if I was to sell it? Wipeout. Oh god. Wipeout 3 and Derby 2 sealed. Again, it's difficult to tell because there's not much there. £58 he's trying to get, he hasn't got for sealed. This guy's trying 70 with best offer, he hasn't sold it. Now if we go to solds, well, that's used. It got £18 plus shipping used. Yeah, so difficult to tell, but again, something worth holding on to. Pretty cool to find that sealed. Okay, now we move on to like a nicer title, I suppose. Well, I don't know, slightly nicer. This is Alundra 2. Again, it's got the PlayStation seal on it. Ooh, let me switch back to the big screen that you guys can see. So I got that as well. Now, I mean, bear in mind, guys, these games are not really worth anything substantial when they're you know, when they're what's it called, when they're open. They're not necessarily worth a ton. Saying that, wait, did he really get 55 quid? I can't believe he got 55 quid. No way. Munch, no way. Well, this guy apparently got 55 quid for his very good condition Alundra 2. Every other sale I've seen of it has been significantly less. They got £18, £20. Yeah, look, tenner. I mean, those people might not have known the value, and it was auctioned 20. But the 20 used, it's not really any indication of what it's worth, because obviously it's not, you know, you've got to look at sealed values, which are completely different. Here's someone trying to get 70 euros for one in Italy. There's 70 euros, 120 euros. No, well, I mean, that's got a blue background or something, so that could be different. Oh, those have got T's on them, so there's an NTSC as well. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty worth some money. I mean, but for a sealed copy, 70 euros maybe. I don't know, maybe more. Put that over. Well, I've got to find a place to put these properly. Somewhere nice, I think. Let me have a look. Okay, yeah, we've done those. We'll put them down there. Just got to be careful I don't drop and break these. You know, smash the case. Okay. Next game I want to share with you guys as well. I got my Alundra 2 for 5, says Thrifty Trooper. Wow. And we've got Toshinden as well. This is PlayStation Platinum. Now, this doesn't seem to have the PlayStation logo. It does have a seal, just like it has got a tear-off seal in it, but it's actually clear. So I don't know if any of you guys could tell me what the situation is with that, but I'm hoping that it is fine, and that maybe it's because it's a platinum game that it doesn't have it. The guy seemed pretty legit. You know, the guy seemed pretty legit to me, so I kind of took his word for it, I suppose, which is a lot. Okay, and again, it's hard to tell what I could get for this title. because they're all used ones that are sold. There's no one that's even got a there's one person trying to sell new. At the moment, there's only one person trying to sell new, but they've got like an NTSC version, and they're asking 130. Yeah, no PS strip, says Pete. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. It's because I don't know if it's because it's platinum. I don't know. It's still got a tier seal, but I can't actually see PlayStation written on it. Like on the Black Label games, it does have PlayStation written on it, but on the Platinum games, it doesn't have it. It should have the strip. So these could be dodge. That would be really gutting if it's the case. I hope not. I hope not. I'll have to. I reckon game just been resealed. That would be so bad. I'd be really gutted. But that could be a reseal. Then I'll have to do some research on that then. But that's not good news if that's the case. What else have I got? Moving on. Some bundles game didn't have them, says Aid. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to do some research. Then I picked this up as well. This is Final Fantasy Anthology, and this does have the. This does actually have the actual PlayStation. Oh gosh, it's hard to show you guys. There you go. This one does have it. So that is really cool. That's Final Fantasy Anthology. This one seems to fetch decent money. Okay. Let me just get up some prices for you guys. I mean, obviously, there's people here that have got, like, I mean, he's got his graded and he still hasn't sold it for 149. That one there is sealed. That's 100 with best offer. That's 90 best offer. Spanish, that one is 115. So that one I think will be fine. But yeah, there we go. Right. There's a lot of dodgy people at Car Boot, says Burning Soul. Yes, but I don't think this guy was, if I'm honest. I'm pretty sure he was legit, because like the stuff I'm about to show you as well is pretty legit. Sold, there you go, one did sell for 75, so that was an auction with one bid. So you know, someone did get £75 with one bid. I mean, let me just have a look at this listing just to see what the deal was here. And this guy only ships to the UK. I always check stuff like that out. So this guy sold his at auction. He got £75 for it, but he only ships to the UK. So again, pretty cool. That was quite a nice little pickup there then. I'm happy with that. Okay. Now coming on to another Final Fantasy. Again, I'm hoping this is legit because it's a platinum game, and again, it's got the seal, it's got the hologram as well, but the seal doesn't have PlayStation logo. It's a clear seal. So it could, I don't know, it could be that it's from a bundle. I'll have to just see what the deal is with that. But I don't know if you guys can see that the strip is there, but it's just clear. But the hologram looks legit. The hologram moves as it should. So yeah, licensed product and official licensed product. Yeah, that's that. And then the Sony as well. So the hologram's legit. I'm hoping it is legit, because I mean, most copies, if they have holograms, won't put much effort into things like the hologram. So, you know, I'm guessing it's by the looks of it, and considering his other stuff is legit, I think it's pretty good. But I will have to double check. Okay, looks good. The Pound Shop reseal their pre-owned games, says Fabian. Yeah, but you know that's the case. You can tell those. Donna Thrift says be best asking about the seals on GGG. I had some Nintendo games new without Nintendo and the seal. I bought them new. Yeah, those plain seals are a worry, says Nick. Yeah, It could be, yeah. The seal does worry me, but the hologram gives me hope, if you know what I mean. The hologram gives me hope. I'm hoping that's okay. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll have to do some research on that. But if it is, then it should be worth some money. I mean, looking on eBay, let's have a look. Looking on eBay, the ones I've seen that are sold, factory sealed, have been sold as factory sealed, they also show the same thing, that they've got a strip, but the strip is plain. So again, that gives me confidence that people have sold them. I know it shouldn't do, but from what I've seen, the sealed versions also have a plain strip, and it seems like the black label versions don't. So here's one that's sold. Let me just show you guys. So you got the hologram, the placement of the hologram is the same. You can see the strip is there, but the strip is plain. So it has the tear strip and is plain. That's what gives me confidence that they probably are legit. And plus, like I said, the other stuff that he's got, there's some other stuff like the seals with the PlayStation logo, they're going to be pretty strong to, they're not likely to be dodgy. And as you can see, it's there. And that's not the only one. I've checked a couple of these out, and that sold for 46 at auction. But the PlayStation 1 factory sealed. So I've got a feeling that Platinum Games have got maybe a clear seal, whereas the black label games have got the branded seal. So yeah, I mean that's the best I can make out of it. And it was the same when I checked. For some of the other titles as well. So we're getting down to the last 3 games, and this is where it gets kind of more interesting and a bit more exciting, and I'm pretty certain about these titles. Okay. Like you say, in context with the other Sony seals, it looks pretty good, says Nick. Yeah, I think they're right, but I would ask about ask about them on Game Trader Group, says Aid. Yeah, I think it would make sense. Thing is, I'm not sure I can even. I'm not sure if I can make myself go on to what's it called? Oh gosh. All right. Let me just have a look here. Just want to show you the last 3 games. All right. Let me just have a look. Now, the last 3 games I want to show you, this is where things look pretty cool. I hope anyway. All right. Let me just transition. Oh, actually, I'll show you the game first. We've got Grand Theft Auto Collector's Edition. Now, the Collector's Edition, again, from what I've seen compared to others, it looks good, but I'll have to see. That's Grand Theft Auto, PlayStation, brand new seal. The only thing with this is you can see it's got condensation underneath the seal. So that is a bit worrying, that you can see there's a fair bit of condensation underneath the seal. Now, saying that, there is someone that has been selling them and has actually done pretty well and managed to get pretty good money. My condensation's pretty bad. That's the only thing. It looks pretty bad, the condensation. But the seals look decent. They actually look really similar. The way it's been sealed looks very similar. Where is it? There you go. So yeah, it looks like it should be good, but I can't be 100% certain on this one. I'd have to double check because of the condensation. But depending on what it is, one sold at 199 and one left. And again, if you look at the photos, there they are. But I don't know. Contact my mate Vince on here. He loves fixing stuff, says Chris. Okay. Z, was the guy's name Kieran, says Daniel. Let me check for you. Let me just check. Let me check. I think it may well have been. I have to. Oh, hold on. I nearly showed you my PayPal there. Okay, let me have a look. It was Daniel. Yes. Let me know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me know if it's a good or a bad thing. But yeah, I'm not sure about that because of the condensation underneath there. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, but yes, it was. That was his name. Is that Ronald McDonald in the corner just a bit freaky? No. Okay, we're on to the GTA looks legit, says Morgan. Okay. Hopefully it is legit. If it is, then I'll be pleased. Because then the last two games are where like the crux of the value is. So the last two games I'm about to share with you guys are probably where the lion's share of the value is. But I'm looking for Daniel's comments. Z, was the guy's name Kieran? It was, yes, it was. And he did say he's there. My mate Vince on here, I follow his videos, okay. Kieran, aka Mr. Dodgy Resale. I hope not, Nick. I hope not. Alright, let's get on to the final games. The first one is Donkey Kong 64. This is the American version. Now, I remember him selling some titles. He's a very respected member of that community, so I wouldn't worry if I was you. He did tell me about GGG, and he seemed really nice, Daniel. He did actually seem really genuine, and you know, and there was someone else there that was vouching for him. The whole thing seemed good, so yes. But yeah, this is an NTSC Donkey Kong 64, so an American version. Now this did worry me because I remember PAL games from Nintendo used to have a clear Nintendo seal, like a tear strip, but I know that American ones didn't, and because of that they get really badly, you know, there's a lot of reseals, there's a lot of dodginess going on. This one looks like it could be correct. This looks like it could be correct, and the reason why I say that is it does actually have the split. There's like a vertical kind of, there's a vertical split in the seal there, and it runs down there, meets at the bottom there. So these are things to look out for. Apparently, this is what I've learned. You know, in my kind of research so far, it looks to be legit. It really looks to be legit. Okay. Let me just show you what the situation is with this one. I'm not sure what you could get for this. Donkey Kong 64 sealed. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's any available that I can see at the moment. But I'm guessing the value is going to be pretty decent. Donkey Kong 64 sealed. NTSC. So let's just have a look. I know that it's gone for decent money previously. It's difficult. Oh god, I can't find any completeds on this now, which is a shame. I don't know. Big bucks to the US market. Here you go. Original owner, shrink expansion pack. Okay. Well, now that doesn't, I don't know if that's, oh, there's someone asking $165, but they've got like an opened one. Let's go to see the sold items. I reckon it will be worth at least, I don't know, I reckon I could get quite a few. If it's legit, which I think it is, I think it should still be, over, I reckon over $300. I reckon it should be over $300. And the reason why I say that is because of the final game. Now this is the juicy one. I got Smash Brothers from him. So, and again, it's NTSC, it's the US version. It's slightly, ever so slightly bowed in the middle of the box there. Where it's been dinged, which is a shame. There is a ding, but again, the seal looks to be correct. It's got the vertical seam down there as well. This is not the kind of seam that I guess would be easily replicated. It feels a bit, it just feels like it's been, tightly shrink wrapped. The edges make me worry a little bit because of the way they've bent down, but I think that's just the pressure of it, because there's nothing in there to stop it from bowing. But so because of the seal, I feel like it should be correct. And if it is, this game alone could fetch me pretty much what I've spent back if I was to sell it as it is. Let me just find a completed listing. All right. Yeah. And now let's go to here. You can see these ones again. They look very similar. I have looked at these listings obviously before coming on live, and you can see people ask really big money for this game over in America. $470. This one's graded, so they're asking $800. This is NTSC. Which one is this? NUS 006. It's NUS 006, so it's the US version. And if you go to Souls as well, it's performed pretty well. Someone here got $440 at auction, I believe. Is that auction or not? I don't know. $440, and it looks just like, it's got the bowing as well. It's exactly like mine, where it's got like the bowing on the edge there, where just where it's the pressure of the seal has maybe bowed it a little. And again, the seal is the same. It's got the vertical, strip down there. So I'm pretty happy that seal is legit. It looks like it would be difficult to redo, so I'm hoping it's legit. And if it is, this game alone will kind of get me back all of my money if I was to sell it. So that was $440 US, and no, that was a buy it now, $440 US. So pretty happy with that. So assuming it's all good, which I'm hoping it is, these two games are like obviously where a lot of the value is. So I paid $400 for all of that gaming stuff that you saw. So it is nerve-wracking when you get into this kind of stuff, because I don't know, Morgan can always weigh them to see if it's legit. Amazon has correct weights, also forums have the weights. Yeah, that's a good idea, Morgan, that's a good idea. I was thinking of even maybe getting them graded just to kind of allay any potential buyers' concerns, but part of me is just thinking, if I can confirm they're real, I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, like Daniel has said, the source is respected, so should be fine. Yeah, the bowing is caused by the shrink wrap as it cools and shrinks, perfectly normal, says Nick. So yeah, I'm hoping it is pretty legit. And if that's the case, part of me is just thinking, just keep hold, because they're only going to go up in value, they're not going to reduce. So it'd be interesting to know what you guys think. Maybe not even keep all of them, maybe just keep the Nintendo ones, like I could do that or something like that, I'm not sure. So I don't know what to fully do, but I'm definitely erring on keeping some. So I was not expecting to spend that much money, but it happens. Flipping Fantastic Fine says, sorry, got to go, I'm about to wallpaper the shed. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I hope you have luck wallpapering the shed. Nice one, Z. Thank you. My best N64 is a sealed Conker's Bad Fur Day. Wow. Oh my god. You bought it when KB Toys went out for $1. That is now that is a great buy. That is, wow. How much is Conker's Bad Fur Day? That's got to be worth insane money. That's insane money. That's got to be like, Shazad says, I would list them and price them 2 to 3 times their current price. That's not a bad idea. I could just list them at a really high price, and then just, like, you know, if someone pays it, then great. If not, then I keep them. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking. I don't know, you know, I was really, you know what happens at the time, you're like, okay, that's fine. And then you do get kind of, you start looking at it. There is an N64 DK collector's edition for $400, says Dave. Yeah, mine's just a regular edition. I don't think is it collector's edition? No, it is a collector's edition. Yeah, collector's edition. Cool. $400. Wow. So if I can get $400, that'd be great. But I think I'd keep those. Daniel says, I've got a copy of Fortnite, the promo version, factory sealed, quite recent but very rare. I love sealed games, says Daniel. Wow, yeah, Fortnite I know has got insane value. The physical copies have got insane value already. Just make sure, Z, you know what game version came out in what country, says Peter Ray. Yeah, good point, Peter. It just, you know what it does though, guys? It's a real kind of, it makes you react like emotionally, because I remember like it was yesterday. You know, I used to work at weekends at Dixon's, and I used to get excited when I used to get my pay, and I used to go to Electronics Boutique in Croydon, queue up, and you know, I'd buy games as often as I could for my N64. My dad bought me my Nintendo 64 when I was 16 years old, from BT's. And I remember getting it with Mario, and I think it was like $259.99. And you know, just the memories come back, and then you're like, and then you remember going to Electronics Boutique and spending like $79.99 on Turok, or $69.99 on Wave Race, or whatever it was. And you know, you buy these things, and I used to just rip open the wrapping. And you know, I'd always demand to get a new game. I was one of those annoying people that when I went to buy a game, I would want one from their drawers. I can have a sealed. I'd make a point, you know, nice copy, only just to take it home and rip the seal open. And of course, hindsight and all that, it was never gonna happen. But if I'd had the hindsight, the amount of cool games I would have had now. Anyway, it's got a barrel inside. Oh no, this hasn't got. No, this just says collector's edition yellow game pack. So an expansion pack included. So it's not the same one then, Dave, I guess. Sometimes people pay crazy money at Christmas. People where money is not an issue. Yeah, worth sticking on and pricing stupid high, says Nick. Yeah, well, it's great what we remember, says Peter. Totally. Only problem is I never got to play till this day, says Emmas. Yeah, I mean, emulators are your friend, I guess. Nick says, I was like that with the SNES, got mine day of release, spent so much on new games for that console. I know, right? It just, N64 was my first like Nintendo console. I remember my dad buying me ISS 64 from the back of a magazine. Like, I had a video game magazine, and he had to pay on the phone with his bank card or a credit card, and then it got shipped to me. Mail order. Wow. Mail order, guys. No tracking. Crazy. My uncle bought my brother SNES for him passing his grammar test. Feels like it was yesterday, says Shazad. I know, it's crazy. I mean, just, you know, yeah, no one's ever gonna obviously think like that. I played hours and hours of GoldenEye. En masse, I did too. I actually went to the extreme. GoldenEye came out about 3 or 4 months before in the US. So I actually remember going to a shop called Electric Edge at the top of the Whitgift Centre, and going there, paying £60 for this import copy of GoldenEye, and then paying £25 for this adapter, which would allow you to play, because the American N64 games were physically different to PAL N64 games. So this adapter would plug into your console, you'd put the game you wanted to play at the top, and then you'd have to put a PAL game on a slot on the side. And I unfortunately did it with my copy of Mario 64. And one of the side effects of doing this is it would wipe the progress you'd made in the game. So once I learned that, I used it with a game that didn't store anything on the cartridge like Mario 64. I started using it with my ISS 64, which used to save onto a memory card. So yeah. Yes, I used to buy my Jap imports on mail order, £80 a pop on some games like SF2, says Nick. Completely. Donna says, I've kept my NES and N64, but I'm going to sell them for Christmas this year if I can get decent prices. I have the box for the NES. I had a good collection, but it's just not my thing anymore, says Donna. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I know this sounds really like nasty, or like a lot of gamers are going to be like that, but I'm not. I'm loving the memories I've got, but I am just looking at this. I'm just looking at this and thinking, you know what, in 5 years this is going to be worth more than it's worth now. You know, in 3 years this is going to be worth more than it's worth now. These are only becoming more valuable. That's the only way they're going. You know, even if I just put it away in the cupboard somewhere and just forget about it, you know, obviously, hopefully not when I move. I hope to take it with me when I move. But you know what I mean, I'm looking at it very much like that. Even though it's brought these memories back right now, that's how I look at it. I look at it as a cool thing to put my money into, you know. So there you go. Peter Ray says, never owned an N64 as a kid, always went around mates and played GoldenEye and Mario 64. Very true. Donna says, I loved Electronics Boutique, used to buy Game Boy games with my pocket money. Yeah. And Nick remembers a similar adapter for the SNES. Yes. I also have my GameCube with Game Boy Player. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wowzy, now that's commitment. Yeah. Nice, Donna. I remember selling a Game Boy Player for £80 to CEX a few years ago. Wish I'd kept it, says Peter Ray. Yeah, totally. I'd sell the ones you're not bothered enough to get the £400 back, then keep the rest as an investment. That's a good idea, Donna. I may well do that. I think I'll sell the ones that I'm not, you know, particularly excited about. So I don't know. That would probably be, I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I'll have to think about it really. But yeah, I'll probably sell the ones I'm not that bothered about, stick high prices on them, and then just keep the rest. But there we go. Yeah, guys, so I'm really happy that I got to share this with you guys. It's always nice to be able to do that. I love the chat, and the information you get is just amazing. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to be calling it a day. Obviously we're watching Nick and Andrea this evening, so it should be cool to be in the chat for that. And I think that's about it from me. I'm so jealous. The car boot I went to was a washout and he spent £3. Great Halsey, rare to even see this stuff in the wild. Fair play for you having to lay down 400 quid at a car boot. Yeah, it wasn't cash. I PayPal'd him. but yes, it was. Yeah, it's a bit risky, but I feel good. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.